Hi there, everybody. Thanks for joining us again today. My name is Momma Grace, and we are camping this week. Papa Joe and Ella, our dog, and myself, and we're enjoying being out in nature and relaxing in the breezes and enjoying campfires and all kinds of things. It's been so nice. So I'm glad you got to join us, and you can pretend you're here at the campground with us today. Have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Today, I brought my pillow. This is one of my favorite pillows. And it's just cozy, so I like to prop it beside myself, but I thought I would introduce you to my pillow. This pillow belonged to my daughter, Mary. Mary passed away. She died about 6.5 years ago of cancer. And this has been a very heartbreaking journey for us as a family. And you know, death is hard. And you might have already experienced it. Maybe some of you have lost a grandparent. I know some of you have lost a grandparent. Maybe some of you have lost a family member, or even a friend or a teacher, or someone that you know of. And it's very hard. And I just want to tell you that I understand, and I see you. I understand the pain and being sad when you lose someone and you miss them. But I want to encourage you by saying that, you know what? It makes me feel good to have Mary's pillow and hug it and hold it. She loved this pillow and she hugged it all the time. And it kind of makes me feel closer to her. So maybe there are some things that, maybe there's something that you could hug or hold or have that belong to your person that you might have lost. Maybe something that belonged to your grandparent, or a pet even that you might have lost. You know, I have hanging upstairs in my house a little sign that says it's good to be home. And hanging on that little sign is the name tag to our dog named Charlie, who died quite a few years ago. And we loved Charlie. And so I hung up his little name tag on that plaque about being good to be home. And I like to see it. It makes me smile, and it makes me remember again how much I love Charlie. So this really doesn't have anything to do with our story today. But because I wanted to use my pillow, I wanted to share that with you. Well, today we're going to read another Frog and Toad story. And I have my little Frog and Toad hat. I love it. It's so cute. So I'm going to wear that. All right, if I can get that on. All right. Okay, getting ready. I also have a drink to enjoy today outside in the hot weather. And it's iced coffee. And y'all know I like coffee. I do like coffee. This is my iced coffee, and I have a nice cheerful straw. It's yummy and cold. So that's my fun drink of the day. Ella has joined us if she decides to stick around and not go wandering in the bushes today. So today we're going to read another Frog and Toad story. Frog and Toad is by Arnold Lobel. And we've already read a couple of these. We read one called, let's see if I remember without looking. We read one called I'm going to look. Spring! We read one called Spring. And we read one called The Story. We also just read one called A Lost Button. That reminded me of our corduroy story. So if you want to go back and watch any of these, Frog and Toad is such a fun series. And they're awesome. Love Frog and Toad. And today we're going to read a story called A Swim. Are you ready? Are you cozy? I didn't bring my slippers outside in the dirt today, but since I have my pillow, I thought that would be my little cozy piece of the day. So you ready? I'm gonna find the page. I think I have my little ribbon in it, which is very helpful. It's kind of helpful when books do that. All right, here we go. A swim. Toad and Frog went down to the river. What a day for a swim, said Frog. Yes, said Toad, I will go behind these rocks and put on my bathing suit. I don't wear a bathing suit, said Frog. Well, I do, said Toad. Here they are. After I put on my bathing suit, you must not look at me until I get into the water. Why not? Asked Frog. Because I look funny in my bathing suit, said Toad. That is why. So Frog closed his eyes when Toad came out from behind the rocks. Toad was wearing his bathing suit. Don't peek, he said. Frog and Toad jumped into the water. They swam all afternoon. Frog swam fast and made big splashes. Toad swam slowly and made smaller splashes. A turtle came alongside the riverbank. Frog, tell that turtle to go away, said Toad. I do not want him to see me in my bathing suit when I come out of the river. Frog swam over to the turtle. Turtle, said Frog, you will have to go away. Why should I? Asked the turtle. Because Toad thinks that he looks funny in his bathing suit, and he does not want you to see him, said Frog. Some lizards were sitting nearby. Does Toad really look funny in his bathing suit? They asked. A snake crawled out of the grass. If Toad looks funny in his bathing suit, said the snake, then I, for one, want to see him. We want to see him too, said two dragonflies. Me too, said a field mouse. I have not seen anything funny in a long time. Frog swam back to Toad. Here comes a camper driving alongside our road. Do you hear it? You know, when things happen to interrupt your day, just go with it. It's okay. All right, we're back. Frog swam back to Toad. I'm sorry, Toad, he said. Everyone wants to see how you will look. Then I will stay right here until they go away, said Toad. The turtle and the lizards and the snake and the dragonflies and the field mouse all sat on the riverbank. They waited for Toad to come out of the water. Please, cried Frog, please go away. But no one went away. Toad was getting colder and colder. Look, they're all waiting for him to come out. He was beginning to shiver and sneeze. I will have to come out of the water, said Toad. I'm catching a cold. There he is. Toad climbed out of the river. The water dripped out of his bathing suit and down onto his feet. The turtle laughed, the lizards laughed, the snake laughed, the field mouse laughed, and Frog laughed. What are you laughing at, Frog? Said Toad. I'm laughing at you, Toad, said Frog, because you do look funny in your bathing suit. Of course I do, said Toad. Then he picked up his clothes and went home. And that's the end of the story. Isn't that a funny story? You know what? There's a lot of really cool things about this story, even though it's really silly. The one thing that I love about this story is that, first of all, when Frog asked Toad to help him and make the other animals go away, Frog was all about helping him. He said to the turtle, you're going to need to go away, because he loved Toad. And he was trying to look out for Toad, even though Toad was being pretty silly. And I love what good friends they are and how they look out for each other. So that's one really fun thing about this story. Another awesome thing about this story is the fact that, you know what? Sometimes we look silly, and it's okay. We, a few weeks ago, read a story called called Go Dog Go. And I got to wear really silly hats. And they were funny and they were silly, and I probably looked really, really silly now that I think about it. But you know what? Everybody looks silly sometimes. And the fun thing to do is just go with it. And just laugh yourself and enjoy life and realize that everybody has times where we look a little silly. And it's just part of being human. Do you hear Ella? She's saying hello to the people going by. Ella, you're a good girl. Ella, let's give Ella a treat. Distract her from all the people going by. Ella. Oh, there you go, baby. All right. I enjoyed that story today. Did you enjoy it? I really did. I love Frog and Toad. So, we have another story coming up. The next one we're going to do is called, let me check. If I can turn the page. It's called The Letter. The next one and the final Frog and Toad story in this particular book is called The Letter. And we're going to read that for our next story time. One more sip of cold iced coffee. That's good. And I just want to tell you how much I love it when you come and visit with us and listen to our stories. Papa Joe and I love to do it. And I want you to remember that Momma Grace is always here and that I think of you a lot. And I really care about you. I love it when some of your parents and caregivers leave me comments and let me know things that you liked about the stories or what you thought. Things that you have, things that you think. Maybe your favorite drinks, your favorite snacks, maybe something about your pets. I just love hearing all about you. It makes me really happy. So have a good week. Be safe. Take care. Be a good friend to your friends. Help them and encourage them. And help them to not feel alone. Too many of us sometimes feel alone in life. And it makes a big, big difference when we have people in our life, friends, family, that are alongside us so that we don't feel so alone. So we're going to go build a campfire pretty soon, and that'll be really fun. And I will miss you till I see you again next time. So goodbye, but just for now.